This bill is all about Republicans refusing to pay for an important public service that they know works. It's about their meager 6% solution, where they decline to extend services that empower families, that support young children and their parents, to extend that to 94% of Americans, despite the fact that there is evidence-based indication that these services perform so well and in one case, in one area, help to prevent child abuse. It is about their refusal to respond in a fiscally responsible manner to support this program, despite what their own experts say about the effectiveness of the program. So instead of providing a reliable source of necessary funding for public services, Republicans insist upon being willing to remove life-sustaining resources from some of our country's most vulnerable citizens. It's really a punitive, mean-spirited effort to demonize the poor. Let's look at who will be hurt by this retread proposal, because they tried this a few years ago and it was rejected. SSI, Supplemental Security Income. It's an initiative to help some of our most disadvantaged Americans. The SSI program pays modest cash benefits that can be obtained only by essentially showing that you've got nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. You can have total assets other than your home of $2,000, and you can't have more than $735 a month in income. If you're younger than 65, you must be disabled, perhaps a victim of cancer, chronic heart failure, or blindness. And there's strict enforcement of these standards, with over 70% of those who apply being denied. What kind of person will they finance this child abuse prevention program from? Well, it'll be like the 50-year-old man who had an arrest warrant. This is a true case that had been issued when he failed to show up for court. Why did he do that? Shouldn't he be punished? Well, it turns out he was in a coma at the time that the arrest warrant was issued. He was unable to breathe without a long plastic tube surgically inserted in his throat and connected to an oxygen tank on his wheelchair. And by the time his case was resolved before a judge, the medical supply company was taking away the breathing equipment. Or Rosa Martinez, who got confused with another Rosa Martinez and had to go to court because she wasn't the person being accused. Each of these people and so many others, like those suffering from dementia in a nursing home who may never have been convicted of anything, are the type of people they will take resources from in order to fund a necessary program. Republicans on our committee are so motivated by their rigid ideology that they would not even permit a discussion with our staff of how to move forward on this initiative unless we committed to funding every dollar by taking it away from some other vital social service program within our committee's jurisdiction. It ought not to be necessary to rob Paula in order to provide valuable services to little Pauline. Even when they know how much is at stake, when child abuse and disadvantaged children are at stake and we have a way to address those problems and prevent that abuse, they won't add a single dollar of additional revenue. And Mr. Davis and I offered a variety of different ways to pay for this program and actually to see it serve more than 6% of our people.
Gentleman's time's expired.
30 additional seconds.
We suggested for a way.
Gentleman's recognized for additional 30 seconds.
You don't have to raise taxes. Just enforce our current law. If someone receives an alimony payment, require documentation so they will know and IRS will know that that money is due. That will raise a significant amount of money that would fund much of this. But because they are so opposed to adding a dollar to serve on even effective programs, they take from the person with dementia at the nursing home. It is wrong. It demonizes people who deserve to be treated fairly, and we should reject this bill.